Iraq. Iraq is a country located in the Middle East, bordered by Turkey to the north, Iran to the east, Kuwait to the southeast, Saudi Arabia to the south, Jordan to the west, and Syria to the northwest. Its capital city is Baghdad. Geography. Iraq's geography is diverse and characterized by a combination of deserts, fertile plains, and mountainous regions. The country is situated in the heart of the Middle East and is known for its historical significance as part of the ancient region of Mesopotamia. Tigris and Euphrates rivers. The Tigris and Euphrates rivers flow through Iraq, providing vital water resources to the region. These rivers have played a crucial role in the development of human civilization, as they supported early agricultural practices and allowed for the growth of urban centers. Fertile Crescent. Much of Iraq lies within the Fertile Crescent, an area of land that stretches from the eastern Mediterranean coast to the Persian Gulf. This region is known for its rich soil and has historically been a center of agricultural activity and civilization. Deserts. The western and southern parts of Iraq are dominated by vast desert landscapes. The Arabian Desert covers a significant portion of the country, particularly in the western and southern regions. These deserts are characterized by arid conditions and sparse vegetation. Marshlands. In the southern part of Iraq, near the confluence of the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, lie the Mesopotamian marshes. These wetlands were historically one of the largest marshland ecosystems in the world. They provided habitat for diverse wildlife and were home to indigenous marsh Arab communities. Mountain ranges. To the northeast of Iraq, the Zagros mountain range runs parallel to the Iranian border. These mountains provide a natural barrier between Iraq and Iran. The highest peak in Iraq is Mount Halgard, which is part of the Zagros range. Climate. Iraq experiences a mostly arid climate, with hot summers and mild winters. The desert regions can have extreme temperature variations between day and night. Coastal areas along the Persian Gulf have more moderate temperatures due to the influence of the sea. Natural resources. Iraq is rich in natural resources, particularly oil. The country possesses some of the world's largest oil reserves, which have significant economic and geopolitical implications. Environmental challenges. Over the years, Iraq has faced environmental challenges such as water scarcity, desertification, and environmental degradation. The draining of the Mesopotamian marshes during the Saddam Hussein era had a significant impact on the region's ecology. Archaeological sites. Iraq is home to numerous archaeological sites that reflect its historical significance. These include ancient cities like Babylon, Ur, and Nineveh, which were centers of civilization in antiquity. History. Iraq has a rich and complex history that spans thousands of years, with a legacy deeply rooted in the development of Hunan civilization. Ancient Mesopotamia. Iraq is often referred to as the cradle of civilization due to its role in the development of the world's earliest known civilizations. Mesopotamia, the region between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers, was home to several ancient cultures, including the Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians. Sumerians established city-states in southern Mesopotamia around 3500 BCE, contributing to advancements in writing, cuneiform, architecture, and governance. Babylon, under King Hammurabi, 18th century BCE, produced the famous Hammurabi's Code, one of the earliest known legal codes. Conquest and empires. Mesopotamia was conquered by various empires, including the Persian Empire, which controlled the region under Cyrus the Great in the 6th century BCE. Alexander the Great's conquest in the 4th century BCE led to the spread of Hellenistic culture in the area. Parthians and Sasanians later ruled the region before the arrival of Islamic caliphates. Islamic Golden Age and the Abbasid Caliphate. Iraq became a center of scholarship, science, and culture during the Islamic Golden Age, 8th to 13th centuries CE, under the Abbasid Caliphate, with Baghdad as its capital. Renowned scholars like al-Mamun and al-Khwarizmi made significant contributions to various fields, including mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy. Mongol invasion and Ottoman rule. The Mongols sacked Baghdad in 1258, leading to the collapse of the Abbasid Caliphate and a decline in the region's influence. Iraq became part of the Ottoman Empire in the 16th century and remained under Ottoman rule until World War I. British Mandate and Independence. After World War I, Iraq came under British control as a League of Nations mandate. It gained independence in 1932. Iraq's modern political structure was established, with a monarchy headed by King Faisal I. Ba'athist regime and Saddam Hussein. The Ba'ath Party took control in a coup in 1968, leading to Saddam Hussein's rise to power in 1979. Saddam Hussein ruled Iraq from 1979 until his overthrow in 2003. Saddam Hussein's rule was marked by authoritarianism, conflicts, Iran-Iraq war, human rights abuses, and international tensions. Post-Saddam era. In 2003, a US-led coalition invaded Iraq and toppled Saddam Hussein's regime. This marked the beginning of the post-Saddam era. The subsequent years saw efforts to establish a new political order and rebuild the country's institutions. Iraq transitioned to a parliamentary democracy with regular election. After the fall of Saddam Hussein, Iraq underwent a period of political transition and reconstruction. The country held democratic elections and established a new government. Gulf War. Iraq invaded Kuwait in 1990, leading to the Gulf War, 1990 to 1991, and subsequent international sanctions. Economy. Iraq's economy is characterized by its significant oil reserves, which play a crucial role in shaping the country's fiscal and economic dynamics. However, Iraq's economy has faced challenges stemming from decades of conflict, sanctions, and internal instability. Oil dependency. Oil is the backbone of Iraq's economy, accounting for a substantial portion of government revenues and export earnings. The country possesses some of the world's largest proven oil reserves. Iraq's GDP has fluctuated due to volatile oil prices and conflict-related disruptions. The oil sector dominates the economy and significantly influences GDP figures. Challenges and issues. Iraq's economy has been severely affected by decades of conflict, including the Iran-Iraq War, Gulf War, and the Iraq War. Ongoing political instability and security concerns have hindered economic growth and investment. Years of conflict and sanctions have left Iraq's infrastructure in need of significant repair and reconstruction. This includes power generation, transportation, and basic services. High unemployment rates, particularly among youth, and pockets of poverty are persistent challenges in Iraq. Corruption has been a long-standing issue in Iraq, affecting various sectors and hindering effective governance and economic development. Iraq's economy is heavily reliant on oil exports, leaving it vulnerable to fluctuations in global oil prices. Efforts to diversify the economy and develop non-oil sectors have been hindered by various factors, including political obstacles and a lack of infrastructure. International sanctions, particularly during the Saddam Hussein era, and the cost of past conflicts have contributed to Iraq's debt burden. Government initiatives and reforms. Iraq has undertaken efforts to attract foreign investment and implement economic reforms to address some of the challenges it faces. These reforms include measures to improve the business environment, encourage private sector participation, and streamline bureaucratic processes. Iraq has sought to increase oil production and improve its oil infrastructure to boost revenues. International oil companies have been involved in exploration and production under various contracts. The international community, including organizations like the World Bank and International Monetary Fund, IMF, has provided financial assistance and technical support to Iraq to help address its economic challenges. Cultural heritage. Iraq has a rich and diverse cultural heritage that spans thousands of years and encompasses various civilizations, religions, and artistic traditions. The country is often referred to as the cradle of civilization due to its historical significance and contributions to human history. Ancient Mesopotamia, Iraq is home to the ancient region of Mesopotamia, often considered one of the world's earliest cradles of human civilization. Mesopotamia was the birthplace of writing, cuneiform script, agriculture, urbanization, and complex societies. The Sumerians, Akkadians, Babylonians, and Assyrians are some of the prominent ancient civilizations that thrived in this region. Archaeological sites. Iraq is dotted with numerous archaeological sites, including the city of Ur, associated with the biblical figure Abraham, the ancient city of Babylon, known for the Hanging Gardens and the Code of Hammurabi, and the Assyrian cities of Nineveh and Nimrud. Art and architecture. Iraqi art and architecture have a rich history, with examples such as ziggurats, step temple towers, intricate palace reliefs, and stunning ceramic work. The Ishtar Gate of Babylon, now housed in the Pergamon Museum in Berlin, Germany, is a famous example of ancient Mesopotamian art. Islamic heritage. With the advent of Islam in the 7th century, Iraq became a center of Islamic learning and scholarship. Cities like Baghdad were renowned for their libraries, universities, and intellectual exchange. Museums. Iraq boasts several important museums, including the National Museum of Iraq in Baghdad, which houses a wide range of artifacts from ancient Mesopotamia and other historical periods. Unfortunately, many artifacts were looted or damaged in the aftermath of the 2003 Iraq War. Religious sites. Iraq is significant for various religious groups. It is home to important sites for Shia Islam, including the cities of Najaf and Karbala. The shrine of Imam Hussein in Karbala is a major pilgrimage site for Shia Muslims. Traditional crafts. Iraq has a history of traditional crafts such as carpet weaving, pottery, and metalwork. These crafts have been passed down through generations and often reflect local cultural influences. Current situation. Political situation. Iraq has been dealing with ongoing political challenges, including issues related to governance, corruption, and sectarian tensions. The country has held elections and made efforts to establish stable governance, but these efforts have been met with various difficulties. Security and terrorism. Iraq has faced security challenges from various sources, including the presence of ISIS, Islamic State of Iraq and Syria, and other extremist groups. While significant progress had been made in defeating ISIS and reclaiming territory, sporadic violence and attacks persisted in some areas. Economic challenges. Iraq's economy has been impacted by fluctuating oil prices, government mismanagement, and corruption. These factors have contributed to economic hardships for many citizens and have hindered the country's overall development. Social and humanitarian issues. Ongoing conflict, displacement, and economic struggles have led to humanitarian challenges, including the displacement of populations and strained public services. Infrastructure and services. Iraq has been working to rebuild its infrastructure, including roads, utilities, and public facilities that were damaged during conflicts. Thanks for watching the World Info.